Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hey, my name is Brittany and I talk all things beauty here on my channel, and if you're not already subscribed, please do so. I upload lots of new makeup content every single week. I upload at least 4 videos, sometimes 5 videos every single week. So if you need lots of new content, makeup on your feed, then please subscribe to me because I definitely upload lots of content every single week. So in today's video, I'm super excited because I'm going to be ranking my top 10 palettes that I recommend to you all. It's just like my top 10 favorite natural eyeshadow palettes, and I love eyeshadow palettes. I love soft glam makeup looks, so I thought this video would be perfect. And a lot of you asked me recommendations for just like a good everyday palette, so I thought I would film this. Maybe it would help you, be fun, entertaining. But before we jump into the ranking, there's going to be one palette that I've got to mention. I didn't want to rank it because I'm not sure if it's still available, but I can't film this video without this palette being in here. I tried to overall in my ranking have palettes that you can still purchase, but this one I'm not too sure. But this is from Natasha Denon. This is her gold palette. This is a very pricey girl right here. I'm not sure if it's available right now, like at this current moment. I know she's been bringing it back and then taking it off, and then bring it back and then taking it off. So I'm not sure if it's still available, but if you honestly, if you take away these fun pops right here, you've got like an everyday palette. And honestly, like August, September, like in the makeup world, that's like holiday season. So keep an eye on her website. She may bring it back, especially for holiday, because this palette's like screams holiday to me. But yeah, this is just like such a good palette. And then like 3 honorable mentions, if you will, like 3 minis I recommend. These are $25 from Natasha Denon. The Viva palette, it's one of her new, I think this is her newest mini palette. This is so perfect for just like someone who's got to be like, if you're working full time, if you got to be somewhere real quick and you need to slap on some makeup, this is super good. This shimmer right here is like the perfect beautiful champagne, and then you get these beautiful mattes. Some have her cream to powder formula in here. Just like a really good mini palette. And then this is like my favorite mini. This is the Glam mini. I've hit pan. I love this palette so much. I really do enjoy how you go from super light, you get a dark matte, a light matte, dark shimmer, more of a mid-tone shimmer. Just a really good palette. And the little baby Viva, you get a crease shade, a lid shade, and then more of like an outer corner deepening shade. It's just such a good little palette. So definitely wanted to shout those minis out. Now let's jump into the ranking. Coming in at number 10 is from ColourPop, and this is the Daisy Does It palette. This was their spring palette they did. This is just like such a fun, springy, summery palette, and just really good for every single day. I really do love how they incorporated this Super Shock formula. It's like super squishy. It's my favorite formula from the brand. But yeah, it's like a very beginner friendly palette. The mattes take lots of building up. The shimmers are very subtle, but still very good for every single day use. Coming in at number 9, this is like my tried and true, okay? This is from Tarte. This is the Tartelette in Bloom palette. You hear that? I have put this baby to use. As you can see, I've hit lots of pan. I love this. It's so special to me. I wore it on my wedding day. This is just a palette that I continue to reach for. You know, over all the years, I still reach for this. It smells nice. The shimmers are nothing fancy, but I don't know, it's just like this everyday colors that I reach for. The mattes are beautiful, so yeah. It's definitely a palette I still recommend. Coming in at number 8, this one's from Patrick Ta. This is his Major Dimensions 1 palette. He does have a Major Dimensions 2, which is more on the rosy mauve side, but it wasn't my favorite. I didn't pick it up. But this one, I love it. It's like those natural, everyday, neutral tones. It does lean a little bit more on the warm tone side. This is kind of coming in a little bit lower just because the shimmer formula is a little bit more gritty. This one's like a very true metallic. It's not as gritty as these 3. The mattes are very beautiful. You have like a more of a sequence shade right here, and then you get 2 beautiful cream powders. So definitely more on the bottom of this ranking just because it's super expensive, and I think you can get better. You can dupe it, but if you're trying to like splurge, I think that you would enjoy this palette, but the shimmers are not my favorite, so keep that in mind. Coming in at number 7, it's from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the Soft Glam palette. I could not do this ranking without the Soft Glam palette being in here. Like, are you kidding me? If you're a neutral loving girl, I bet you already have this palette if you're watching this. It's so good. It's just like those perfect everyday tones. I feel like this is everyone's wedding palette. Just like it really does stand the test of time. I still reach for this palette even though I've got way too many eyeshadow palettes. I still reach for it because it's just so, so good. Coming in at number 6, this one is from Natasha Denona, and this depends on what type of, like, what skin tone you have. So if you're like me, if you have super fair skin, this may not be a very natural palette for you. But if you have medium to dark, deep skin, this would be a beautiful, like, everyday palette. This is Natasha Denona's bronze palette, and on me, it can kind of get a little orangey. It can get very coppery, golden, but very beautiful. I do love this palette, and I recommend it. This formula is amazing. Is it my everyday, like, soft glam natural palette? No, but it's because I have fair to light skin. But if you have a little bit tan, deep skin, oh, this is going to be your palette. The formula is super good. And yes, it's like, it looks like, oh, it's just a gold palette, but it's not. It's more than that. I love this cream to powder right here to deepen up every single look. You get a very dark shimmer up here, and every gold, like, all the golds have a different tone to it. Like, this one is more of like a duochrome with like pink to it. This is like a true, it's like a red gold shimmer. This one, silk, it's like butter. This is my favorite shimmer in the entire palette, but every gold has a little bit of a different tone. But overall, you're going to get a gold bronzy look, so that's why it's coming in a little bit lower. Okay, so now we're in the top 5. Coming in at number 5 is another one from Natasha Denona, and this is the Glam Face palette. So it's not really an eyeshadow palette, but it kind of is. So I wanted to, like, put it in this ranking because if you are a soft, glam, natural, loving makeup, you're going to love this palette. Love it. And it comes in 2 shades. So I have the lighter one, but there's also a deeper one. It is beautiful, and these shimmers right here, they're beautiful. They're so sparkly, and just like, they just glide on super easy. So these shimmers make the palette, and the blush and highlighter are very beautiful. The blush is like a cream. It's very squishy, and the highlighter, it's powder, but it's not wet, but it's not like a true powder in my opinion, but it's very soft, and it's poppin'. But these mattes they're so blendable. So definitely a really good palette, and I use this all the time. If I need just like a face palette to grab, I'm grabbing this one because I just need bronzer and I'm good to go. So definitely recommend this. It's such a goodie. Coming in at number 4, this is from NARS. This is the Summer Unrated palette. This is limited edition. I really hope that you can still get this palette. This is my only NARS palette, but I love it. I love it so much. It's very expensive, but I do enjoy it. So last year, the Patrick Ta palette was like my summer go-to palette. This year, I have been reaching for this all summer long. I honestly, I was like, it's boring. What am I going to do with this? It's so boring, but I have used it so much. So I really do love these 2 shades right here. They are so neutral and like not cool tone, but like almost leaning cool tone. So you can get a very neutral look. Or these 2, you can warm it up, which is really nice. Or you could deepen it up with this shade down here. I love how you get your champagnes. You have a golden shade right here. You have more of a peachy look. You have more of a mauvey berry look down here, or a very pinky look. More of like a, not green, but like a greeny gold. So I really do love this palette because of the variety of looks. It's very versatile, and I do enjoy this palette. I can't believe it, but I love it. I do. I really do love it. Coming in at number 3, this one is from Glam. I love this palette so much. It's not so much of like a very natural palette. It's not like everyday colors, but kind of is. So I really did want to include it in here because the formula is so good. And it's also what's on my eyes today. I just did a very soft kind of mauvey look on my eyes, but this formula is super good. So you've got definitely some bright golden tones, but every golden tone in this, sorry, my hair's on the palette, but every golden tone is super different. So you have more of a very bright gold, you have a yellow gold, more of an antique gold, and then this one down here, it's like a brown, it's like a bronze with a hint of gold. And then you got a very pinky shimmer right here with a little bit of silver sparkle in there. You get a beautiful orange shimmer over here. This purple, it's like blue, purple, a little bit of silver. It's like a cool tone. It's so beautiful. And then you get like a super dark, deep, like chocolate brown shimmer, and it's so pretty. So overall, this palette, it does have lots of different tones in here. You get a very similar look, but like this look is very pinky. I could get a super gold look, I get a pink look, I get a purple look, I could get an orange look. So I do love how many different looks that this palette can really go. And the mattes, they're incredible. They're so pigmented and blendable. It's just like a very beginner friendly palette. I love Glam formula. Definitely try it if you have not already tried it. Coming in at number 2 is from Natasha Denona, and this is her Glam palette. I love it so much. And I know you're like, it's just gray. It's boring. It's cool tone. It's gray. And that's why I love it. Because you can get a very pink look. You can get a champagne, silver, gold. You can deepen it up. I have rearranged this. I put all my mattes on the top. And then these 2 rows are all the shimmers. I love this palette. I use it so much. And the formula, it's amazing. Coming in at number 1. This is a palette that I recommend to you the most if you just love boring makeup, if you love soft glam, neutral looks, if you don't want any color, but you want to have fun, get this one. This is from Lunar Beauty. This is the Nude Prism palette. 1, the packaging. Yes. 2, the formula. It's amazing. And 3, look at this color story. Are you kidding me? I know. Look how beautiful it is. I love how you can go super daytime. You can take it nighttime. This black is amazing for liner. This formula, it's bomb. It is so good. And the shimmers, they are almost like a Super Shock wet feeling, but they're not to that extreme wet, but almost, they're a little squishy in there. And this one's like super icy, golden, more of a champagne, a pinky, like a dark bronzy one, and then like a beautiful golden, dark, deep bronze. I just love it so much. So I definitely recommend to you the most out of all the palettes I talked about today. I think if you just need that everyday palette, if you're like working, you're busy, you just need something fun in your life that can take you super daytime, super nighttime with beautiful shimmers, beautiful mattes, I recommend you this palette. It's so beautiful. And honestly, I have also gone into this, I have just grabbed this palette and used this as highlighter. I have used this as bronzer, as blush, and as eyeshadow. I just love utilizing this as a face palette and an eyeshadow palette. Very versatile. Love it. It's so beautiful. But yeah, guys, that is all the that's all the palettes that I wanted to talk about in my ranking today. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what's your favorite everyday soft glam type of neutral makeup palette. I love natural makeup, but I also love dressing it up with color. So let me know what's your favorite natural palette. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Wherever you are in the world, I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're healthy, happy, and safe. Stay beautiful. Bye, guys.